So this is all about a tool that I have just experimented with. It's not that very refined one. Okay. But yes, it's something kind of, you can say, a beginner tool which can be enhanced better. Basically, what I try to do here is a um, kind of AI-enabled CLI tool. Okay, so the way I have named it terragcp CLI. So basically, what I'm trying to achieve here is for creating a tool which can help you in working with your Terraform configs. Either you want to generate the config, you want to get some understanding out of existing configs, or you want to optimize your existing configs, even if you want to fix any issues with the Terraform modules and get some better insights out of it. Okay, so all in all, we want to actually make use of AI to able to enhance your infrastructure through Terraform, right? In this case, I'm taking in help of GCP as the one of the cloud provider. It can be obviously replicated to other clouds as well. Okay. Now, so that's very high level details about it. I'll be going to the GitHub repo where I have detailed all the steps which can be used for experimenting it in your environment as well, and also you can freely use it for your own understanding your own needs, right? This is our new page for Cloud Experts Hub. So we have it on LinkedIn. You can follow it for any further updates that we are going to have week on week for each of the new content that we are going to deliver. Okay, so like as of now, for today, we are talking about the Terra GCP CLI. Next time, we will come up with maybe a new article or maybe a new tool. So that's how this is going to work going further. Okay, so let me jump to the GitHub link. Okay, so this is my repo where I have placed this code. I did get some reference repo for creating this CLI. I'm not a Go expert as of now. I would just commit that immediately. Okay. Yeah, so I did get some reference and try to repurpose that tool, the CLI tool for TerraGCP. Okay. So as I said, this is for analyzing and optimizing the Google Terraform configuration with the help of the Gemini AI API keys. Okay. So before I go into the more of the details, let's see what we have the structure of the repo. So here we have uh, the main.go, which works for execution of your commands. Okay, so this is how we are able to actually execute, like when once you install um the the Go configuration on your system, this is the file which is going to help you in installing it. Okay, we'll see that how it works. Okay, so these are the outer files I am explaining as of now. So you see go.mode where you declare your modules. Okay, so this is the module that I have declared, but there are commands which helps in generating the other modules or the required modules, like go uh, go mode I think go mode something is there that I will show that. Okay, then go sum is like it is going to perform the checksum. That's why it says sum. Okay, at the end. So it performs the checksum of the modules, the required modules that it has downloaded, and ensures that it is not changing while you are going to work with your configurations. Okay, now and then we have two more folders. One is for package, another one is for the CMDs. Okay, now under package, I have two more folders where I'm keeping the flags as well as the run commands. Okay, so this is the package. Packages are nothing but you can say another set of code which is kept in a separate folder or maybe in the same folder, but it should be somewhere in the package folder. Okay, so within the package, I have a package run where I'm going to import certain modules which are required for my code to work. I will have a function where I'm calling Cobra library for which helps in creating your CLI commands. That's how it works. Okay. So those all steps are present in your package. Okay. So this is for the analyze config. There is another module, another package for the chat capability of this CLI tool. Also, there is another package for listing down what module can be used. Here, as it is very simple for one use case, like for the Terraform configuration understanding. So in this case, we are going to use only Gemini Pro. Okay, but if I had other use cases, like if I want to analyze any images, I would have used Gemini Pro Vision. Okay, and similar to that, some other models as well. Okay, there can be some utilities that we want to call. So like I want to perform the autosave of files, or I want to generate the text or something like that. Okay, so here if I want to autosave my files, I can do that with while I'm working with the CLI tools. Okay, so the flags are containing a set of like we must have worked with the flags, like whenever we are running any commands, we use flag. Okay, what should be the file format, what is the length of the file. Okay, so similar flags are being used in this module as well, where you can set up, okay, what is the API key you are going to use for working with the command, or what model you are going to utilize, whether you want to save auto save or not. So that flag can be enabled and it will perform the auto save. So similar to that, there are different set of flags created for this. Okay, even here if you see this particular section, this is for uh, sensitivity of the content it is going to generate. Okay, so here we define the harm probability, like it can be low, medium, high, or negligible. Okay, or unspecified, right? Based on the so based on this, it is going to ensure how the content has to be generated. Okay, like how much hallucination can be there with the content. Okay, right. So again, here also you see for the models we have model Gemini Pro, which will be calling the Gemini Pro model, and the API keys are enabled for that. I mean, you have to provide that. Okay. It also helps in embedding creations as well. Okay. Yeah. So let me go to the commands now. So when it comes to commands, so obviously here in commands folder, now the package that we have created, and that will be called through these commands, right? So if you see, in case of, let me first go to the root.go. So the root.go is from where the command is going to be initiated. So whenever we are going to work with the CLI, GCP, terragcp-cli is going to be called. Okay. And then within that, you will have the sub commands. That is where we will be utilizing the other modules. So like if you see, I will have terragcp-cli, and if I want to analyze any config files, Terraform config file, I need to call analyze as the another sub command into that. Okay, similar to that, it will work for chat as well. So here I'm going to call chat. Okay, and then similar to that list. Okay, so like that. So this is on very high level. Even here also I have tfconfig.go, which is going to call the config subcommand. Under that, I'm going to provide a list of things that I want to perform with the Terraform, right? Okay. and that GitHub workflows are maintaining the workflows, how you want to commit the changes and all. I mean, how you want to auto deploy with the help of configuration, I mean, workflows. Okay. Okay. So now let's go back and then see the steps that to how to install it. Okay. So the very first command is, whenever you are going to utilize this tool, it's very easy to install it. So one thing that it requires, you need to have the Go compiler installed already on your system. Okay. So you can follow this link to find out what, as per your operating system, you can download the packages and install the uh, Go compiler. Okay. The next step is that you need to install the Go and then this particular repo itself. Okay. It is nothing different but this repo, that is what you are going to use. Okay. Okay. So this is the command. Let me now go to Visual Studio. Okay. So I have already created a folder, 𝑗cp-cli demo. That is where we are going to work. As of now, there are no files, nothing is there. Okay. So let's try to install it. Ah, give me a second. Okay. So go install and the package name, I mean the CLI tool that we want to install. Okay. It should be already present, but let's see. Okay. So it has started downloading all the, I mean, the module, as well as if there are any other functionalities required. Okay. So there is some error, undefined flag, Gemini Pro Vision. Okay. So let's see. I think we had already deleted that. Let me see. This is coming from the flags. Okay. Can we see that? Gemini Pro Vision. It's not there, right? Okay. Let me try again. It may be present in this particular module. So better what I will do, uh, I can, let's see. I think I should be able to delete this uh, mod file instead. Okay. So for now, I will just clone this module, I mean the Git repo, and then we'll try doing it locally. Okay. Right. So now let me remove this file, but I will keep only this module name that I'm going to use for my Go module. Okay. And some file is not going to work if you don't have this, the go dot some dot go file. Okay. So uh, where is it? Yeah. I mean, if you do not have the mode.go file, it will not help in go.mode file. It will not work for anything for the go.some file. Okay. So let me just create this again. Go mode. Now the command was go mode. What was it? Then build. Okay. I'm forgetting the command. Give me a second. Give me a second. Right. Yeah, just recall that now. Okay. So that command should be go mode install. That's what I recall. Okay, let's see, get it from help. Go install mode. Yeah, okay. Go install mode at latest. It should have worked without that also. What is the problem here? Let's see. Go version. It may be also creating problem because I may not be present in the go path. Okay, so let's see that as well. Go. Okay, so that is working. Okay, go build mode.
There's only go.mod.
No, go.mode is the file that is created. Okay,
Mhm.
but it's not how we install it. Generally, it works with go install mode. Okay, so it may be creating a problem for me because I already had it installed on my system. Let me quickly figure it out. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I'll be pausing this here for now.
So it requires a version. So can you try with latest? Uh,
Yeah, I did
to
try, but that did not work. Okay,
It requires a version. Okay.
yeah.
Continue.
So just give me a few seconds. I'll figure it out quickly. Okay, it can be also due to cache, so I will try that as well if it is because of the cache. But before that, mm, okay, okay. So let's do this thing. Instead of figuring out here and taking a lot of time, what I will do is I'll open the workspace where the Go modules are already installed. Okay, so let's go to that folder. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, so this is the source folder where normally we keep the Go modules. Okay, I will decrease that. Okay, yeah. So let's go to the Terra CLI folder, and here I have all of those modules. Let me see if Terra CLI is actually installed already here. Okay, so let's export this module first. Export the path, and if that comes now, yes. Okay, So there was some issues with the installation as it was already installed on my system, but if you try it on your operating system, it should work. Okay. So let's begin with the further demo here. So as we can see that Terraform, I mean the terragcp-cli command is installed. Let's look into what all functionalities we have with this repo. Okay. Okay. So let's follow the other steps. The very first is for completion help, like how we want to complete our sentences and when we're working with it. So this particular command will help us in adding any of the flags that you want to add. Like suppose I was talking about the autosave, right? So the autosave can be added whenever we are working with the chat functionality, because that takes you into a completely blocked chat prompt. Okay, so we'll be seeing that. Apart from that, we can also have how we want to generate the output, like how much temperature we want to have. Like it is more of how much hallucination we want to create with the output. Okay, so like that we can have those configurations, right? Okay, fine. So let's try out the other steps. Like yeah, this is the step for if you want to actually maintain, I mean, keep your Terraform CLI in your bash profile. So there you can actually add as a source, which will immediately pick it up. Like as of now, if you saw, I had to do this export path, right? If I had it added already in my bash file in the profile, it would have worked otherwise. Okay. Now let's try out the very first functionality, that is Terra CLI chat. Okay. Then I will have this auto save as enabled, which will help in saving the history in a random file. Okay, we are going to see that in this report itself. Okay, let me clear the. Okay, yeah. So let's try that. Terra CLI, Terra GCP CLI chat and hyphen auto save. Okay. Now we should be able to create a new file on the left hand side with the whatever chat we are able to go with. Okay. So the auto save is auto save, I mean hyphen auto hyphen save. Okay. Uh, what is the problem here? Right. So did we provide the API key? As of now, we have not, right? So we have to pass on the API key before we start working on it, right? Which can be seen at this step, right? So the error is why it is not working, because I have not passed on the API key. Okay. So before you can utilize this CLI, you should be able to create a API key within a GCP project of yours. Okay. So let's see how that step works before we can work with this tool, right? So once I click on this Google AI Studio, I should be able to see this new screen. Only if you have a GCP project with you, like if you are working in GCP environment, then only it will be listed. Otherwise, it may even say that you don't have the permission and you have to first raise that request. It may take around 24 to 48 hours to get it enabled for you, and then only it will list down for you to be able to create any new API key. Okay. Now, in my case, I have my demo project. I mean, a project.
Jitendra, how can I enable this API key Google AI Studio? I mean, from where I can raise a request?
Okay, so once you click on this link, right, just see what page it is giving now. Okay, it will probably say that you don't have access to it, or it is not enabled for you.
Yeah, it says Says
right?
the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now, okay, we'll be sharing your screen, and then we'll see how it looks for you, and we'll try to raise a request for you. For now, let's go with the demo if that is okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So for me also, it has taken a day to get it enabled. Okay, and then only it worked for me. So basically, what it will require for you is you should have your workspace admin console access, and that is where you have to allow it to let the developer beta access enable. Like, I mean, if there are any new features, you should be able to experiment with it. So that access you have to enable within your organization. Okay, then only it works. So for the free trials, it may not be working. I mean, because they may not have a workspace admin kind of enabled, right? So that may be a different scenario for someone else. Okay, so we'll see in that step as well. Yeah, but yes,
हेलो पाम
sorry.
एपीआई का नहीं यूज कर सकते हैं इंस्टेड ऑफ जेमिनी एपीआई
If you have access to API key, then only you can use it, right? And the way that API call may be working may not be similar to how this Gemini works, right? So you have to adjust your code also accordingly, right?
ओके
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's an API call that we are doing. Okay, now
Yes.
let's move on. So if you see, I can either create a new project, and within that I can create a new API key. Okay, or I will use my existing API key. I mean, create an API key in existing project, which I have already created in this one. Okay. After this demo, I am going to refresh it. Okay. Because obviously to explain this demo, I need to create a new one, right? So for that only I'm doing it now. Then I will disable this going forward. Okay. So, I mean, just for the safety purpose, for the security reasons, I have to do that, right? Now, so let's use this API key what I had already created. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to run this command export Google API key, and I need to provide the API key value. Okay. All right. So now I have exported the Google API key, which is present in the environment, that will be picked up by this tool now. So let's see if now I'm able to run this chat command or not. Okay. So can you see that I'm now entered into the chat mode with this tool, right? So let's see what are the next steps that we want to perform. So let's go with this example itself, or we can have another example because this is already there. So let's go with another one. Okay. Also, if you had noticed, this is a when I ran this auto save mode, I was able to create this new history file. I mean, auto saving history file, right? So that is also created here. Okay, as of now it's empty. Let's work on with some of the Terraform commands. Anyone want to suggest anything?
Say again,
No.
Jitendra?
Yeah.
Should I? I mean,
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
want prompt anything? For
Any
Terraform?
any prompt, like any config that you want to generate, anything?
Say if I want to generate a code for creating my VPC with along with two subnets.
Okay, so generate a Terraform code to create a VPC in GCP
Yeah, with two subnets.
with two subnets in a specific region you want to say?
Yeah, let's say in Mumbai region, Mumbai and Delhi region, maybe.
In Mumbai and Delhi region. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, so now when I am into the chat mode, I should be able to continually enter multiple sentences or maybe lengthy sentences I want to work with, right? So when I enter, it will not just start running the prompt, but I have to enter 2 times to be able to send it the prompt, right? So here, one time I have already entered, I am going to enter again, and that is how it is now sending the prompt. Okay, and behind the scene, Gemini API is going to generate a response. Now you can see how quickly it was able to generate this response for me, right? So this is a kind of assistance where which helps us in generating all of this code. So this example is for generating a code for the VPC, okay, or just generating the code, I can say. Okay, I can also ask it. So this code is already generated, right? Now, if you see, this is very much how it should be working. So it is not going to create a subnetwork for me, but it is going to work for this subnet. You can even verify the region under which it is creating, which is correct for the Mumbai region, right? Yes.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks good.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
And also, if you see for Delhi region, again, it is perfectly finding the right region for it.
I'd say it's wrong vision.
Is it? No?
Unfortunately. Should
Is
be
it?
Asia South 2.
Is it South 2?
Yes.
Okay.
For that,
Then
yeah,
then we
in
have
case.
to re-verify, right? If it is not doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. But as of now, what I can say is it is at least able to uh, generate the code for me. I may have to edit a bit. Also, as I said, this is still not that enhanced for only for specific to GCP Terraform. Okay, in general, it is able to generate anyway. Now let's ask it to explain this code for me, right? I can try that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you can see now it is able to generate a explanation for me. See it's a Terraform code which defines the VPC for GCP in so and so region, okay, and also the particular resource, what it is doing. All of this is actually going to explain. Now, this is kind of very basic that we can see here, but once I augment it with the real-time documentation of the Terraform as well as some of the Google Cloud specific scenarios, it is going to give me even better results. Okay. Now, next thing what we can look into is for analyzing any of the config files. Now, let's see even, I mean, just this file itself. So let me save it in a new file. Let's create a demo or GCP VPC demo.tf. Okay. Okay. So now, as of now, we were into chat mode. We could have done a lot other things with the chat. But for now, let's take an exit from the chat mode, okay, and also see if it has saved the information. So you can see in the history file, it has saved all those information what we have worked within the those chat prompt. Okay, so let's work with this config file. So here now, instead of going into the chat mode, I'm going to run this command or for analyzing any file in my existing folder or a folder maybe above or beyond somewhere. So let's run this command terragcp-cli analyze config. Okay, now what config I want to give, I need to provide a flag here which is file. Okay, and then path of that file. So the file is present in the same path where I'm working, right? So it is in my current folder itself. So let's just simply call it. Yeah, so gcp vpc demo .tf file is what we are calling here. Okay, now also I need to provide the format of that file, right? So suppose next time I want to work with some other set of files, I should be able to work with that as well. Okay, so here format I am giving which is SCL ASIC or language. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to say that, okay, please analyze this configuration for me. Okay, I can have any other command also. So instead of again writing this same thing, do you want to ask something else for command? Anything?
Please, maybe please fix the reasons, maybe.
Yeah. Please fix this config.
The reason,
Yeah.
yeah, configuration, if there are any errors, maybe.
Okay, let's see if it is able to. I hope it is not going to be able to fix that very well, but let's see if it is making any changes. Okay, what it has corrected. Yeah, so let's see what it has corrected here. There are a few issues with the provided configuration. Okay, network resource uses the incorrect auto create. Okay, attribute. It should be okay.
I think it has added S
Yes,
S in the subnetwork.
but it was
It was
already there.
it was network, and now it networks.
Okay. Then some network resources may have an extra project attribute which may not be necessary. Okay. So that's how it is trying to figure out. But yes, as I said, it can be optimized better. Okay. Now, next thing is if I want to list down any of the resources here. So let's try this command. So same config, everything same, just asking a different question. List all resources in this configuration. Now, if you notice, when I'm running this command, it is not actually waiting for to enter, okay, because I'm not in chat. So here I need to be just providing one time my immediate ask, and then it is going to list down. Now, if you see here, this is working fine here. So it is able to list down all the configuration or the resources that the Terraform is going to create. Okay, so it is meant to be creating a VPC, two subnetworks within that, right? So that work fine here. Now let's try out some other thing. Okay, so we have already tried to get some fixes for it. Okay, okay, so that is that. Now let's see, there are some other model parameters, like this is more of tuning the model, right? I mean, how it is going to actually provide any results. So you should be able to be not, I mean, having more in-depth knowledge of how this works okay, to be able to utilize this. Okay. As of now, if I talk about the listing the models, let's see. As of now, it should have only one model because I had kind of removed the other models later, because that was not the need for me earlier. Okay. So here it is listing me Gemini Pro, which is what we are using as of now. Okay. You can have the kind of parameters it is using for generating those results, right? So here it is generating for Gemini Pro. This is best suited for scaling across a wide range of tasks. It can vary to multiple horizons, right? Then what is the input token limit? Like number of you can say characters it is able to take as an input, and how much it is going to be able to generate. So that what it is talking about. So it helps in for generating the content or the token counts as well. Like you can also generate the embeddings with the help of this model embedding. Okay. So, and also there is one for the Gemini Pro Vision, which is for more of working with the image files. Like you want to analyze any images, you want to um, uh, I mean find out any objects in that. So we are not going there. Okay. Now, the last one is for the harm probability, which is not really a need in this scenario. If I had actually added, maybe the result could have been better. Like if I had mentioned that allow harm probability around like high, okay, so it will not list down unnecessarily wrong answers, maybe. Okay, so yeah, on very high level, this is what this tool does. Obviously it requires a lot of more enhancement to be done, but yes, it can be utilized for a specific use case. In this case, I'm actually uh, trying to make a reuse of it for the Terraform related configs. That's where we kind of say that it's more of secure in a sense, because the configs are very much uh, you can say usual thing. They not lead to the security concerns a lot, because they are open sourced config files, right? I mean, obviously there is very rare that you can have something sensitive or insecure which cannot be shared with anyone, right? So experimenting with this was only reason there where I'm finding it better to better use case. But yes, you can come up with a lot more different use cases to use this uh, uh, Gemini model for your requirements, or even you can experiment with other models as well, not only limited to Gemini API. Okay, so that's all for this demo.